welcome to this webinar called Ideas to Action series. And this webinar is on analytics and how analytics can power our intelligence. That's what this webinar is all about. The topic is analytics everywhere, but where is the intelligence? Yeah, with me today I have my colleague Nikhil, who is the business intelligence expert at Practus. Nikhil has been with the firm has been working with the firm for over the last 5 years, and he has worked across clients of all sizes. And his latest obsession or passion is business analytics or business intelligence, right? Where he's been instrumental in delivering incredible value using BI for a couple of our large clients. So Nikhil, welcome to the webinar. Yeah, and hope the audience here gets insight around business analytics, right? That's me. Yeah, and without further ado, I know that we've got about 50 minutes. One of the things that we are incredibly proud of, we actually finished 15 years as a company earlier this week. So thought that we'll also bring you in as part of the celebration. Yeah, so cheers to 15 years for Practus, and thank you so much to each one of you, those of you who have been a part of this journey, and those of you who will. I'm sure we will end up collaborating with you in some form. Yeah, very short overview of Practus. Till date, we have serviced about 900 clients across 9 geographies, which is across 9 countries. In India, we work in Mumbai, NCR, Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Chennai. Um, about 5 million plus hours of man hours of experience across several clients in the last 15 years, and about $150 million of ROI that has been delivered to clients. Right, I'm sure it's much higher. This is a fairly conservative number. And one thing that we are incredibly proud of is the number of women we have in our workforce. So currently it's about 33%, and 20% of the women are in leadership roles, right? And as far as services are concerned, we've got 3 service lines. Two of them are indicated here. The third one is business transformation, which may not be relevant, which is why we've just brought in 2 service lines here. One is the office of CFO, and the other is performance improvement. And the work that we do around analytics and business intelligence falls within the performance improvement service line, and which is what we are going to talk about today. The role today that is expected of any business manager is to translate data that is at her disposal into actionable insights or intelligence. Right? So data is not just the new oil. I mean, we have heard this several times, but it is also the new currency. It is probably the only language that businesses will understand in the future, and all of us should be able to speak that language going forward if we are not doing that already. So every company today also has an IT organization. Where most companies don't get it right is to decouple the I and the T, right? Which is information and technology has to be decoupled, and it has to be managed as assets. In a recent Gartner survey of analytics leaders, 67% of these leaders said that organization culture is the biggest barrier to becoming a data-oriented company. So very often technology leaders and CEOs are obsessed with the tool that they want to implement without paying adequate attention to the company's current data architecture, the people who control the data, the existing IT systems, the culture, and the business problems that they're looking to solve, right, before they embark on a technology project. So fundamentally, these projects have to be viewed as business projects and not merely as IT projects. And therefore, the topic that we have, the name that we have given to today's webinar is about analytics everywhere, but where is the intelligence, right? And we are going to take you through certain use cases, business cases on how analytics can be used to drive tangible business outcomes, right? That can deliver an ROI to the business. So my colleague here, Nikhil, over the next few minutes will take us through the basics of what constitute business intelligence. This is for a lot of us who may not have the basic idea of what we call as business intelligence.
Deepak, for the very warm welcome. And I'm very privileged to probably spread the knowledge about business intelligence across a larger group. Since we have discussed amongst Practus itself. Uh, uh, Going back to Deepak's things that to become a data-driven company, it's very important that how mature your data should be, and how you can implement probably the best in business intelligence in your company, so that your company is always a data-driven company at any point of time. So I quickly move to the point one, that first coming to this, what is business intelligence? So business intelligence is something that it's a reliable and a relevant information which is provided to the right people at the right time to make the decisions faster. So as a CEO, as a CXO or a CFO, how do you decide that, what are the next steps that you have to take on your inventory? What are the next steps that you have to take on your EBITDA improvements? Or what are the next steps that you have to take on the receivables? Until an information is being provided to you, then post that information, you will be able to action upon. So business intelligence is that, probably getting the reliable information and relevant information to the right people at the right time to get the decisions faster. So business intelligence may be in a form of anything, which may be performance management, analytics, predictive modeling, data and text mining, and a lot more. In this case, so here is a fact check that data analytics makes decision making 5x faster for a business. So when you get a ready-made dashboard, or when you get a ready-made data analysis within the click of your button, you tend to do you tend to have your business decisions way more faster than you were doing it very earlier. And another fact check is that by 2023, over 30%, 33% of the large size business will practice decision intelligence. So what do you need to have an effective business intelligent results in your company? Fun. First thing is that you require some methods and programs, be it connectors, be it your database modelers, or be it your IT tools. So these are kind of methods and programs which will be required by an organization to probably collect and structure data. So right now your data might be scrambled, disparated, right? So you can bring all those data into a single place, make a data warehouse, and then probably do your entire analysis part, convert into information, and then present it to improve the business decisions. So this is the way that has been the companies have been doing, but in a very traditional way. Now business intelligence altogether has brought it up in a very structured manner, and when you go through this, your company might become a data driven company at the end of the day. There's a myth. I'll just go, business intelligence or business analytics. So, going to this, there are two different definitions to business intelligence or business analytics. Both are not the same. So, what happens that, business intelligence uses your past and current data to inform current decisions or current success. It uses the past data to analyze what it is and how it is, kind of. But business analytics is something that, once you're done with your business intelligence, it predicts what will happen in the future. So business intelligence addresses what and how in the current scenario, whereas business analytics addresses why and what's next. So there's another fact check around the business intelligence tool is that, top three business intelligence trends are data visualization, quality data management, and self-service business intelligence. Again, a fact check. uh, Major of the businesses adopted business intelligence in 2020. So there was a survey being conducted by Gartner that how many businesses adopted business intelligence tool in 2020. As I said, take up any five organizations which definitely two or three organizations are going for business intelligence. Either they are in the phase of implementations, or either they have already deployed it and they are moving on to phase two, phase threes of their implementation. So this is the most adopted scenarios in the business organizations in 2020. What's in it for you? I'll just imagine you're in head of a retail chain for with one of the maybe an organization's going into e-commerce or not an e-commerce. So just imagine that you're a head of a retail chain. What happens that you offer a loyalty card. You offer your customers a loyalty card which they can use it online and offline with an unique information in your database. So I'm pretty sure that many people might have shopped to gone in a mall, they have shopped in a particular brand, maybe a lifestyle or a pantaloon. Earlier they used to provide their own card, which is the customer loyalty card. When you probably swipe in, you get some customer loyalty points, and those you can redeem on your next purchase, or definitely when you're buying something online of that particular retail chain. So business intelligence solutions uh, empower you to ability to run massive customer information, right? So you analyze day in and day out the particular customer trend. What is his likes? Where is he purchasing? Either he is going online, either he is going offline. What is his store preference? The n number of times the customer is being repeated, the footsteps, etc. For a particular at a particular customer level, is that is the power of the business intelligence. So assuming that you have the data set, you have done all your analysis, and you're able to put in all these KPIs in front of your business top management, and you take decisions way more faster. You know how a customer is reacting to particular SKU. You know how a customer or a particular customer is acting to the particular kind of purchase that he is doing. How is he loyal to your brand, and what are the steps that you need to take, whether you want to improve your customer points, customer satisfaction levels, etc. So all of this has been done by a simple data analytics model, which is being brought by a business intelligence tool. And also, definitely, once you're doing that, it becomes a predictive analysis on various parameters. A few of the parameters may be, such as lucrative customer segments. What are the upcoming product categories? What SKUs that you need to discard? What SKUs that you need to put in? What are the opportunities to upsell? Shifting customer preferences, identifying service, and even customizing your marketing plans. So with a particular kind of data which is being put in your database management system, it is servicing to your n number of KPIs that are running around customers, marketing preferences, product categories. So that data is being used by n number of departments in your company. So this is, just assume that you're on a retail chain head, and if you have a business intelligence tool in your place, what wonders you can do with your kind of analytics. Oh yeah. Definitely, again, a fact check. 7 out of 10 businesses rate data discovery as critical, as important as they are serving maybe their clients, their client deliveries. So data discovery is also very critical. So what would you do? Say you have to take a decision for it. For example, you have been mandated that you have to reduce your inventory days. You have been mandated to liquidate the slow moving inventory. What if you don't have the data? What if you don't have the analysis? What if? Right? So how would you react in such cases? You'll move here and there, you'll try to collect some annual data informations, you'll try to put it, and that is a very cumbersome process. You require n number of people and n number of systems to get that particular process done. So for having taken 10 businesses as a sample, 7 of them think that data discovery is very critical for them to take every business decision. What are the key business intelligence tools that are available in the market now? So the few of are on the screen: Oracle, Power BI, Tableau, Zoho Reports, ClickView, ClickSense. SQL Server is one of them. SAP has its own analytics format. We have Oracle as a business intelligence tool. So these are a few business intelligence tools that are available in your market. And based on the current IT infrastructure or the ERPs or the systems the organization has deployed, the organization can decide upon which tool is better, having the assessment check done way in a proper manner, and move forward to implement these kind of tools. So there are other definite tools as well. So these are just names like Target, Cyber Science, Your Domo, Your Sysense, MicroStrategies, SAP BO, Webby. There was always known as, which is being used by the manufacturing entities. BIBO is one of them. Definitely MS Excel is something that you can do, but not much with it, because MS Excel has some limitations over the kind of line items that you can maintain, be it only 10 lakhs, where your database management system can have crores of data. So just a tool that once you can correlate what kind of business intelligence tools can be there for you, are available for you on the market. So you see this intelligence market, it's a boom now. By 2025 we are expecting this business intelligence market to grow to 33.3 billion. And I was just reading in another article yesterday which claims that not even 33.3 billion, the market will be touched by up to 40 or 42 billion by 2025. So that's the progress on how business intelligence market is growing across the globe. So if you can see, I'm right now on a Power BI function, Microsoft Power BI tool, which is an web-based tool, cloud-based tool, and I could see that being in the shoes of CEO, I will try to explain two functions. Imagine that you come to your desk every morning and you see every kind of analysis, being sales, being finance, being your operational reviews, any kind of just within a click of button. I'll try to present in the essence of time, very quickly two dashboards. Let's say you want to check out sales. So once you go out to this particular function, you can check out your sales, just a single dashboard, and you can gauge how effectively you can make out your business decisions out of this particular dashboards. Then we have also the finance dashboards over here. Okay, I'll just full screen. You can see. So this is a dashboard where you can see I can move in any kind of data, date that I want to check in. I can filter out any kind of particular parameter, be it your customer, be it your different sites, your channels, your product, your sales representative location, your brand name. You know your current sales, you know budgeted sales, your last sales. You can check few trends. What is my current year budget? What was my last year sales? You can check your month wise trends. You can check your sales by channel segments, and by category sales, customer wise reports, representative. So this is a very basic dashboard, but a lot more analysis can be added, and you can imagine within one set of data sets, one kind of data structure, one kind of very mature data set, what analysis that you can have in your place. Similarly, in the assist of time, I'll go to the financial analysis. Another key metric is the finances of a company. How are my margins? How are my EBITDA? How are my profits going on? Right. For example, I'll just put up this particular dashboard where you can see that what is my revenue, what is my gross margin. If I particularly go, I can toggle up between. So have you seen such an effective data visualization for these many years? I can go into any data. So you can go any year. I can go and I can check it. So had it been I asked to my team members, they would take around 3, 4, 5 business days to collect this data, present it in a different format, a very unstructured, not in a very unstructured format, but in a long way in the different spreadsheets, which are kind of boring. Uh, and the power of data visualization is something that you can just toggle and check. So I could say 2090, what were my numbers in 2021, what were my numbers? If I want to just click on any kind of parameter, be it MTD, QTD, YTD, any kind of analysis just within a single dashboard is being answered. So these kind of dashboards are prepared for CXOs and CFOs and CEOs to analyze a very quick decision making methodology, and few detailed reports are being prepared for the down the line managers so that they can have a detailed analysis and reasoning and everything. Similarly, I have a few other dashboards where it says that it's a balance sheet which is being looked after by all the people across all different sectors, all different organizations. It is very important that how we are moving. Just toggle between with different months, and you can see what was my liability in October, and what was my liability in December. Then how did I move on to Feb? So a lot more analysis just within single and very interactive dashboard will help and serve your business functions. Then we have income statement. Definitely everyone prepares, and if you want to check your particular channel business, let's say for I want to check only my P&L for first channel or only for second channel, I can check for all those particular channels as well. It's a menu to very effective methodology of analyzing my P&L statements, and my profitability, and deep diving into different kind of granular data as well. So it will provide you. I need not go to any person to just explain me what is or prepare a report for me once it is developed. So definitely the other and the last part that I would like to explain is it's the working capital part, which is very important for a company. Be it accounts receivable and accounts payable are the two important functions which the team wants to review day in and day out, along with the inventory part. The last fact check. Self-service business intelligence is crucial for 60% of R&D function. For example, you have an R&D function. As I said, as I did my self-service analytics, and if you can do, it serves you all your R&D functions. That's it from my end, Deepak sir, and anyone happy to answer if you have any questions.
Yeah, so thank you, Nikhil. Thanks for this. To the audience, if anyone has any questions, you can type it in the chat box. Pratik, yes, you can type the question in the chat box. So while the question comes up, Nikhil, I have a question for you. Okay, the question is, even in the introduction bit, right? I think one of the things that we have always seen is companies getting obsessed with the tool or the technology, right? So what is it about business intelligence? Is it an IT project, or is it a business project? And if it's a business project, why is it a business project?
Correct. I'd like to answer this question of people getting fancitized by the kind of business intelligent trends that are current in the market. So not to get swayed away by those things, and eventually it is not an IT project anymore because it is a business. It is always a business project because it's affecting your business decisions at given point of time. I'll take up MIS reporting. Right, every company has MIS reporting. It is not an IT function. It is rather a business function. Similarly, when an MI is being automated, it will not be an IT function, it will be a business function at the end of the day. I'm glad to put this that companies getting fascinated by this business intelligence tool, and when these projects don't get away with the way they are looking into, it is always recommendable to assess first the business and the data systems the current company is having. Go for a maturity, little bit more maturity, structurize your data, and then go to the analytics part. Uh, uh, Coming back to your question, Deepak sir, it is always a business decision, but business decisions, business project backed up by these kind of infrastructural capabilities, if we want to put it as an IT part. So IT only helps in this project. It is not an IT project.
Got it. So regardless of which tool you use, I think it is what you're saying is it's a business project, right? Which drives
Yeah.
business outcomes. So there is a question from Arun, which so his question is, what is the best way to retain commentary on these dashboards so that the same questions are not asked by different users?
Okay. So basically, you can build in the Q&A section that I'll talk about the specific tool, not that I worked on all the tools. I'll talk about the Power BI. So basically, you have the Q&A section, which is being derived by the Power BI visualization itself. So once you give the data sets that, this is my sales. So it'll tell up that, sales variance. So how do you want to go for this variance? Do you want to go by the parameter one, or do you want to go by the parameter two? So when you say by the parameter one, let's say it is customer variance, sales by customer variance. So it will take you to onto that part. Other than if you go sales by product variance, so it will go into that. So you just click, 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 and it will give you the entire flowchart along with the reasoning part. So that is where the kind of commentary is always being served by few of the visualizations that Power BI has. Another thing is that always you can tag your comments on that particular visualization. As I showed you that you can tag your particular team member on that, and write what it is or how it is happened. So everyone who's having the access to that report can view anytime what was discussed, so that the questions doesn't get repetitive part of on this tool. I hope that clarifies the commentary part on the PI.
Arun, if there is a follow-up question, please do type in. I think Pratik's question is, what was the base file used? Was it Excel? Pratik, no, I don't think it was Excel. It's an ERP. In this case, I think in one of the cases it was SAP. I don't know what was it for the wealth management company, Nikhil.
So it was also an ERP backed by few OneDrive share spreadsheets.
Right. Aishwarya's question is, are there any restrictions in terms of how many systems can this be connected with?
Yes, there is a restrictions, but not in terms, not particularly in quantity wise. So for when I gave a case to example, so all of those tools which were there probably for that company, I think there were seven kind of tools that they were using, be it your production tool, being your ERP tool. So we could combine all of those into a single one, except one particular tool which was not compatible with the kind of data architecture we has. So it depends based upon the organization that what kind of tool they are using, but it is always any kind of tool can be connected to few connectors. So there are connectors known as extract IS specifically for SAP connectors. So there are few other connect. Oracle has its own connector, right? So these kind of connectors helps to connect multiple database and bring it to your SSIS data warehouse.
We have a question from Srijit. How does pricing vary for such projects?
So
Go ahead.
very dynamic question. So the pricing varies from a small $100,000, $1,000 to even a $1 lakh that I would say. It is very questionable for things. So basic thing is that you have to take your cost into consideration. Considerations are your architecture cost, maybe your connectors cost, your implementation cost, which would be one off. your licenses cost for whichever tool that you're going into, on a recurring basis for every year. And the third would be, definitely you want to build up a support team for this entire tool, right? That would be a recurring cost. So the manpower cost, which will be required for support, your licensing cost, your one-time implementation cost, and your other license costs, such as for connectors or something you're going, will definitely come into picture. And the true pricing will only come once we assess the current organization thing.
Okay, there is a question from Anushri. From a user friendliness standpoint, what's been our experience in terms
Very
of change management?
Yeah, very good question, Anushi. I think I have mentioned it a very frequent basis that let's say for a YOY analysis, based on different parameters. Earlier, when I used to show a YOY analysis on my Excel spreadsheet, I used to only show by one parameter, right? For example, मेरा sales 100 हुआ है, and then my sales went up to 150. So there is a YOY 50% thing. Now, with this kind of dashboards, I can show it by any parameter. I can select a customer that I want to check what is the YOY parameter. I want to check the product wise. I can also check the YOY parameter for all of my sales representatives. So this has been a very user friendliness standpoint, where just a single view and a multiple answers are coming from a dashboard. And that's been a very helpful thing for me, for being as a CFO to many clients, being as a manager to many kind of to my top management, and presenting in a proper structured format. I hope this answers your question.
Thanks, Nikhil. Looks like no more questions, but thank you for this wonderful session. Really insightful. I managed to grab a lot of points coming out of this session. Srijit, maybe we'll connect offline on this, right, with Nikhil, and we'll be able to address this. Uh, but thank you so much, Nikhil, and thanks everyone for being a part of the Ideas to Action webinar series, and hope you enjoyed the session. Thank you once again, and look forward to seeing all of you sometime soon. Thank you.